When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new gods for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together a legislative body that places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative power, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amounts and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has effected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Love it. Absolutely love it. That was a Declaration of Independence, ladies and gentlemen, written by Thomas Jefferson, read by John F. Kennedy Jr. Two great presidents, two great men, two historic figures. Hope everybody is well. Tonight is Friday, June 12th, 2026. We got some things to get into, man. We got some things to get into. And I haven't wore this shirt in a while. The purpose of the United States Constitution is to limit the power of the federal government, not the American people. Say it again. Say it again. I love this shirt, man. I love this shirt. Who's here? Jay Remmer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. What's up, Jay Remmer? Good to see you, sir. How are you, man? How are you? Am I still here? Okay. Look at this. Huh. Oh, I know what happened. I got some windows out. Oh, you know what? Leave studio. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got too many things up here. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. That was crazy. Like, let's go. Let's go, Fanny. Let's go. Good to see you, Fanny. I got too many windows up right now, guys. Holy shit. BTC for the win. Yes, Fanny Pecker. Absolutely. Hey, yo, good evening, everyone. What's up? Kramer, how are you, sir? Good to see you. And Sharon is in the house. Sharon, I'm going to get to you in a second. We love Sharon. Yo, Monkey Dude, what's good, man? Long time no see, man. How are you? Welcome in, brother. Sharon, I love Sharon and her new work schedule. Me too. People slowly joining, yes. Hey, Kramer and Monkey, yes. Now, I've been waiting to debut this for a while with Sharon. And I lied to you guys. I told you guys a bold-faced lie. What did I tell y'all? I said, man, Sharon, that Michelle was a troublemaker. Well, Sharon's really a troublemaker. But also, I forgot to tell y'all that I did meet Sharon in Las Vegas, Nevada. I did. And she did come to the conference. Sharon did. Now, I'm going to show you this. I got to break it up, though. But let's just say she was getting into some trouble. She was a little bit of a troublemaker, way more than Michelle. You don't believe me? Take a look. Wow, did you see Sharon with her dress on? Look at Sharon with that dress on. At the craps table. I saw her. This is the first time I seen her at the craps table. Now watch when I walk in here. Now, for context, I guess this guy she's standing next to, I guess they're working together or something. I don't know. Just got home from my dinner shift. Time for a drink. Yes. Kramer. Monkey, long time. Let's go, Kramer. Cheers. I'm good. Just been busy. Okay, good, man. Good. I love Fanny. That's Sharon, all right. No carbs, though. Absolutely. Now, there I am. I'm walking in, just wandering in. Like, hey, what's going on here? What is going on here?
Thanks. Take care, Steve. Take care. Drive fast.
Thank you very much. Well, this for you, love. Thanks for your time. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter? I made a lot of money for you. I want my cut.
What money? I've seen you stealing from me.
What money?
Whoa. There's accusing Sharon of stealing? Did he just say that? No.
What money? Look at the stack of chips. Don't give
What money? I've seen you stealing from me.
What money? Look at the stack of chips. Don't give me that shit. I want my
I've been watching
cut.
you all night.
Don't give me that shit. I want my money.
For the fucking chips.
I didn't steal anything from you.
Wow. Well, that was part one, ladies and gentlemen. That was part one of Sharon, of when I first saw her. Isn't she so beautiful? Sharon is beautiful. I'll show you part two in a second. Let's just say she doesn't take that laying down, what that guy was accusing her of. She pulled a really cool move. But as you guys can see from the title of the video live, Iran war over. Is it over? Musk is a trillionaire officially with the launch of SpaceX. And do we have a race war incoming? A race war between the blacks and the whites in America. And Spencer Pratt goes absolutely freaking nuclear, guys. Absolutely nuclear. I'm going to play this clip of Spencer Pratt. Let's just say he is just beginning when it comes to exposing the fraud here in America. He don't give two you-know-whats about being a mayor anymore. He is going nuclear on these people, man. Absolutely nuclear. So let's play this from the great Spencer Pratt. And Godspeed with Spencer Pratt. Let's protect him at all costs.
Now that the campaign portion of my mission to save Los Angeles is coming to a close and I'm moving on to the next, more interesting phase, listen, I've spent a lot of time slaying everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. You think you can get rid of me that easily? I know a lot of dim-witted jerks thought I was in this for a grift, that I was going to roll up and leave town if I didn't get into City Hall. It's just not fair. Hey, morons, I didn't get in this for political power. I got in this to expose this corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. You enjoy your worthless meetings in City Hall.
Nikki, you have all this information. You're running for mayor. Show what you're really about, or get the fuck out of the race.
I'm going to be lighting you up every single day, and now I don't have to worry about offending CNN viewers. I don't have a campaign laws hamstringing me now. It's war. It's 0 hour for Los Angeles. Angelinos are now stuck with 2 morons responsible for all their problems, and they have to choose between dumb and dumber. That's not a choice. That's the machine protecting the machine. And now every problem that plagues Los Angeles because of these 2 corrupt communists is going to accelerate, and the city will tumble headlong into the abyss. You have no idea how many major developers, hoteliers, business owners, entrepreneurs have been texting me saying they're packing up and leaving town. More of your favorite restaurants will be shuttering. That means less tax revenue. That means the city has to cut services, more potholes, less firefighters, less police patrols, more criminals, more drug addicts terrorizing your communities. And we haven't ended it. You have no idea how bad things are about to get for this city. Look at this place already. Weeds growing from every crack and crevice, graffiti over every square inch of public space, garbage, drugs, feces, burned up dogs, burned down towns, abandoned storefronts. This city is a mess, and you're about to reward the arsonist who torched the place with 4 more years of destruction? I know he's very bitter. My goal hasn't changed. I've been laser focused on stopping these commie animals, and I will stop them. If you think we uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in the campaign, just wait. We have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign in shame. I was saving it for the general election. Go ahead and pick your demon, certify your choice, and then you get to see it. So Karen Nithya, ask yourself, is it possible that one of your employees may have a recording of you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace? Hope you sleep well at night over the next 5 months, because you know who hasn't slept well at all for the last 17 months? My mom. All my neighbors in the Palisades. All the moms who worry about their kids walking past drug addicts in front of their schools. All the business owners getting crushed in the LA economy, worried that they can't stay in business and feed their kids. Angelinos have been struggling for years now, all while corrupt politicians and fraudulent NGOs profit off the misery and fleece us for the tax dollars. Well, now we're flipping the script. I want all of you awake at night sweating and worried about 5 a.m. when the FBI blazers bust in the door, breaking open your office, because I assure you, they're coming. You think your election was going to stop me? If you want to stop me,
You're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Wow. This man just went nuclear. He just went absolutely nuclear, man. And that might have been the best thing, him not winning the mayoral race. Again, I didn't want him to win because I want him to go national. Holy shit, he just went off. That was one of the hardest political ads I've ever seen, bro. That was crazy. And it sounds like that man means business. He means business. Now let's see part 2 of Sharon at the casino. What happens with this guy? Is she supposed to pay this guy? Was she stealing from him? What happened?
Get lost.
Yes.
Get lost?
Yes.
Well, how about
Now I'm watching this. That's me right there, by the way. I'm watching this. You see her just throw all the chips in the air? Look at
Get
this.
lost, John. Get lost. Yes.
Get lost?
Yes.
Well, how about
I told you Sharon was a troublemaker. I told y'all that. What happens next? What happens next? That was part 2. All right. Part 3 will be coming soon. But yes, Spencer Pratt went off on these people. And again, I don't blame him. I do not blame him. And Godspeed with that man. Protect this man at all costs, man. Like, for real. Because they are going to be coming at this guy very, very hard, man. You know what I mean? And it's a damn shame. All right, so let's talk about what's going on with this race war thing. Well, first, let's see what's going on with the Iran war. Let's see if Trump really ended it or not. And we're going to see. Let's see the up-to-date stuff going on. Let's see. Key new details on Trump-Iran deal. Okay, he's supposed to have a deal. So let's see.
Well, everything I've heard.
Fox News senior strategic analyst General Jack Keane joins us now. General, from what you're hearing about the contours of this deal, how do you feel about it?
Well, everything I've heard so far, obviously from the administration, seems pretty positive, and we're moving obviously in the right direction. The stuff we've heard out of the Iranians, obviously, is likely people who don't want any part of this deal. There's one thing I think we need to hear. I don't believe anybody from the administration has said it yet, and that is that the Ayatollah approves this. Political, military leaders, that's one thing. Head of state is something else again, and I don't believe President Trump could ever sign anything until he knows for a fact that happens. And maybe it already has happened, and hopefully it has. The other thing is, I think we have to remind ourselves always who we are really dealing with here. And that means the ingredients in the deal are predicated on who we're dealing with. And Iran, we know what they want. They want to survive. They want to recover what they've lost. And we've got to remember this, they want to reverse all the tenets of the deal that they agreed to. That is who they are. How do we know that? Because after the 12-day war, Jesse, after that war, the thing that alarmed us is Iran recommitted to all of its goals after we took down their nuclear enterprise and after the Israelis did so much damage to their military capacity. And what do I mean by that? One, they made a decision to recover nuclear. Two, they accelerated their ballistic missile and drone inventories. And three, they changed their network and how they were supporting their proxies, but they kept funding them. So all of the things we wanted to set back, those weren't the goals overall, but they were certainly part of the process to push them back. That alarmed us in terms of who they are. They haven't changed in my book. They're the same people. So in the deal, we have got to make certain that we enforce compliance and that the deal is enduring, to be sure. And a couple of points of clarification. Their behavior right now is an indicator of who they are. The ceasefire took place on April the 8th.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Backpacker says, no deal, laughing emoji. Tosi cuts through the BS. I don't listen to any of this media. You want the news? Tosi gives it to you. He's saying it's propaganda. Fox News is propaganda. A lot of people say that. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I got to be honest. MS now, BS now. Obviously, they'll tell lies. And let's see what Tosi's got to say. Did he make a video about it? Let's see. No, he didn't make a video. He just did a live stream. Trump fed up with the yeah. He didn't make a real video. He made a live stream. But yeah, man, we're gonna see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest with you. I don't trust these people as far as I can throw them. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We have no idea what's gonna happen. Who knows? But yeah, but I do know that Karen Bass and Nithya Raman beat Spencer Pratt. And that's why he's going scorched earth nuclear. And yeah, but the main thing I wanted to talk about in this video, now everybody knows Elon Musk is a trillionaire. We get that. But I want to talk about this race war incoming, this imminent civil war, race war that the powers that be are spicing up. Let's see what this black man has to say about it.
Let me tell you sorry-ass individuals a little bit of something about these white folks and this guy who's yelling and screaming Donald Trump. They don't need Donald Trump. He's grandstanding. Because they see you punch old white people in the face. They see you snatching old white people's purses or sitting in electronic chair. They see you pushing old white women on the ground. They see you walking up in restaurants, creating havoc and chaos and punching someone in the face because they got the soda order wrong. They see you walking in these places, spitting on people. They see you spitting on women or pushing their carriage. They see you assaulting veterans, old people, getting up in people's faces and grieving and beefing. They see it. They hear it. So now they're tired of it. So when they come after your ass, you can bet it. dollars to dimes. They're not going to be playing, man, because they don't hold the gun sideways. They don't run out of slippers that they ain't wearing. They don't run up on somebody and get their ass whooped. That doesn't happen with them. They know how to use these weapons. They know what they're doing. So when they come after you, you're not going to be ready for their smoke. So don't act like you will be. Because half of you couldn't hit a bull in the ass with a shovel up close. Well, this is what they do. They have arsenals, and they go shoot. They go hunt. They're not playing games if they come after you. And because you bootlicked us, you Uncle Tom'd us, and all cooned us, and all the rest of it, if you were dying in the desert of thirst because you ran from them, I wouldn't throw a cup of piss in it. I would not help you, man. I wouldn't give you a Band-Aid or throw Mercurochrome or anything else. You're on your own. Good luck.
Preach. Preach. He's right, man. You barking up the wrong tree, man. I'm telling you, these white hick dudes in the country, they will shove a 12 gauge up your ass. Let's see what my boy Wesley Hunt's got to say about this.
When they have 35 years, Austin Metcalf is dead. May he rest in peace. And he was stabbed to death by another person who is now going to spend over 30 years in prison, as deserved, because that's what we call murder in our society. Now, if you've noticed, I didn't mention anything about race. This is pretty an open shut case is the way I see it. But also keep in mind that Austin Metcalf is not going to have 35 years to live. If you really want to talk about this, the real victim is the kid that's never going to wake up again and his grieving family. Also, the fact that the left, and you talk about the woke mind virus, is willing to even bring up race in a situation is really disheartening to me. How about this? As a parent that has 3 children, I will ensure that you don't bring a knife to a track meet. You see, when you go to a track meet, it's just that. It's supposed to be competition. You're supposed to run around the track and people get first, second, third place and whatnot. And what you don't do is you don't provoke violence. And of course, you don't stab someone in the chest to where they bleed out and they die. This is not a difficult concept. And this is why what I'm finding out is all common sense is not so common. And if you want to blame race on everything like they tend to do, well, then that's fine. You're going to continue to lose your credibility. But yet people out there like me that's been black for my entire life, I look at this case and I think, what if that were my child who was stabbed by anybody of any race? I would like that person to pay the consequences. And that's exactly what's happened to Carmelo Anthony.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't have said it. This ain't even black versus white. This is common sense versus non-common sense. That's what it is. And I got to be honest, man. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, so I ran across a guy. This guy is good, man. He was on Patrick Bet-David show yesterday. This guy I've been telling you about. Let's take a look at what he's got to say about black people.
What does black fatigue mean to you?
Well, black fatigue means to me, it's a collective tiredness of the culture, the condition, the behavior of black people currently today. We're seeing so much crime, so much instability. We're seeing the teen takeovers across the country. And mainly, when we look at black fatigue, this is something that black people have to deal with at the end of the day. It affects every other community across the country, but the crime and instability, the first people that has to deal with it, black people. Look at the predominantly black cities. I come from Detroit. Look at Chicago, Baltimore. Look, name any city that has a majority black population. It's aggressive to live there. And the black people who are doing well, guess what they do? They have to leave the community. They have to walk away from the community because they cannot exist in this unstable and chaotic environment. So that's pretty much black fatigue to me.
And one of the things you normally talk about is the 4 different types of blacks. Maybe it's good for the audience if they haven't heard it.
I love this part. He's going to break down the 4 different type of black people there are in America. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention to this. He's going to tell you about 4 different kind of black people in America. Take a look.
What you call, I can't say it. You can say it.
Well, you can say it, but
I want you to say it.
Anybody can say it. And I love that video. I made that video, the 4 different types of black Americans. Originally, I made it on TikTok. And this is on I think my first or second TikTok. I've had 7. They've been all banned. I've been demonetized everywhere.
On TikTok?
On TikTok, yeah. I can't even go on TikTok and post anymore. So I make the video on TikTok. It got about 1 million views. It was 3 minutes long.
By the way, this young man, his name is Andre Williams. He is 25 years old, this dude. He's 25, and he is about to break it down.
And for a while, I've been neglecting to do YouTube stuff, get on YouTube. I've been mainly doing short form content for about a year and a half. So I decided, you know what, let's turn this into a YouTube video, 5 minutes long. I post it on YouTube, gets about 500,000 views. Then Soft White Underbelly, they reach out to me. It's like, we want to talk about this further. So I reach out to them and they get another 500,000 views. But the channel that I posted on gets banned. And this is, a reoccurring thing. I'm constantly getting banned, constantly getting deplatformed. But the 4 different types of Black Americans, I don't know if I can be uncensored. Can I be uncensored?
Go for it. Yes, go for it.
Blacks, Negroes, niggas, and niggers. And it's a hierarchy in the community.
Okay.
Got Black people, hardworking, honest, and they'll.
Did you hear those 4 guys? Did you hear them? Listen.
We want to talk about this further. So I reach out to them and they get another 500,000 views. But the channel that I posted on gets banned. Negroes, niggas. Be uncensored. Can I be uncensored?
Go for it. Yes, go for it.
Blacks, Negroes, niggas, and niggers. And it's a hierarchy in the community.
Okay.
Got Black people, hardworking, honest. They know exactly what they want. They know exactly where they're going to go. They represent something perfect, maybe not too perfect, but an aim for perfection. You've got the House Negro. Now, people love to say that's me because I'm saying white people talking points or I'm upholding white supremacy or something ridiculous. The modern day House Negro is both Democrat and Republican. They work in the establishment. They profit off of the culture of chaos, the music. If they're Democrat, they'll sit back and defend the nigga behavior. If they're a Black Republican, they don't live commonly in the Black areas. They're completely segregated from the Black area, which is fine in their own right.
Now, this guy doesn't have any party affiliates. He goes off on the right and the left. Now, again, he votes Republican. You obviously have to vote Republican. But there's some Black conservatives he doesn't like either. You know what I mean? And I agree with him. When he break down these 4 different types of African Americans here in America, I don't see no lies. I don't hear any lies.
But they act as if they're the alternative, but they're unrelatable. They don't really represent the common Black mindset. They represent an alternative world, the running away, this nomadic, I'm going to go and live somewhere else instead of living in the community. That's a big problem I have with a lot of the Black conservative Black Republicans. And I would say they're very pro-Israel as well. There's a problem with me as well I have with these people. The third is niggas, which represents the majority of the population of the Black community, unfortunately. Niggas are loud. Niggas are very aggressive, hostile to even other Black people. These are the people who bring down the name and our image as a people every day. And I would say niggers are the ones who are violent, the criminals, the killers, the murderers, the drug dealers in our community that promote a very chaotic and destructive environment for Black children, Black women, Black men, the Black family, and Black people as a whole.
So how does each one fall into that category? And what patterns have you seen, in your opinion, where this behavior leads to this behavior and that's why they're in this community? How does that happen?
So the pattern, Black man, like I said, very honest. You can find a Black person that is very hardworking, consistent in what they're doing. They mean well. And it's not they're trying to fit in with white people or what. It's more of I'm working hard to maintain my family, maintain my area, to really build myself up as an individual, to be an outstanding representative of my community that I come from. The House Negro, you can see him in politics. What's the mayor of Chicago, Johnson? That's the House Negro. He'll sit back and defend a lot of the nigga behavior within the city. He talks about teen takeovers. Oh, we need to sit back and be soft on these people. No, we don't. We need to be harsh because they're the ones who are ruining the Black areas. We can't have things open in our community because of these people.
He is cooking. He is telling the truth. Listen, as a Black man, I could not agree more with this stuff, man. He is cooking. He's gonna call out some people on the right too that you guys might like Brandon Tatum. He does not like Brandon Tatum.
The people defending people like Carmelo Anthony or a lot of the people who came up underneath Trayvon Martin's case, Ben Crump, a civil rights attorney that sat back and pushed this narrative that Trayvon Martin was, this innocent child. Really, he wasn't. The people pushing people like George Floyd and so on. That's the House Negro. And I also would say a lot of the Black conservatives as well that are very pro-Israel, pro-establishment. They think that voting Republican is going to change the outcome of the Black community. It isn't. This is a cultural problem. This is a racial problem. This is not a political party problem. And there's no political solution that can change the outcome. We have to do some self-reflection. The nigga, it's the people you see on the street corner. People who sit out the gas stations, the people who are very
How did
loud.
they get there, though?
How did they get there?
Yeah. How does each one get there?
How does one get there?
Yes.
Okay, that's the real question.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
So I would say we talk about the final two. We'll talk about the third one. The House Negro, politics money, profiting off of Black pain, and also trying to profit off of being, I'm one of the good Blacks, or I'm one of the different ones. a big problem as well.
Give me a name. Who do you think about when you say that? Because you said on the second one is Johnson from Chicago, the mayor.
Oh, I'll give you a big one. Brandon Tatum. I don't know if you're familiar with Brandon
I
Tatum.
am, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of him at all.
Really?
No.
Tell me why.
The reason being is that he's a country boy.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with being a country boy. Don't get me wrong. I met a lot of great country boys. But is he relatable to me? Can I relate to this guy? I really can't. I can't relate to him. We vote the same. We have the same political opinions when it comes to maybe voting. But what I want, the end goal, the end result is completely different. He's in it for the money. He's in it for the clicks, the attention. I don't think there's anything good coming from him. And then also, I would say he's very pro-establishment, pro-Republican Party, which is
You ever
very,
met him? Have you spoken
I've
to
never
him?
met him. I would love to.
Facts. He's not lying about Brandon Tatum. I'm not a big fan of Brandon Tatum. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. It would seem like, because I've had a lot of people walk up to me and say, "Hey man, you remind me of Brandon Tatum." I'm like, I ain't the biggest fan of Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum is an establishment guy. He tries to pretend like he's MAGA. He's not. He's more of a he loves that country over there. Okay, that's fighting with Iran. He loves that country. And respectfully so, every culture can be broken down like this. Yes, absolutely. But the most broken culture in America is the black culture, bro. It just is. We have the most problems.
To meet him. I would love to
He's a
debate
pretty
him as
good
well.
guy. I think it'd be a good conversation.
Yeah, I think he's a good guy. Let me say this. I think he's a good person.
You
But I'm
just don't
talking about
agree with his views.
Oh no, I don't think that he's genuine. And I stand on it. I think there's a lot of people in the scene right now, especially on the right, that are black, that are doing this simply for the money and the attention. I'm coming at this. I'm doing it because I want change, and I come from this community. You know, I've been banned and deplatformed on all these platforms. I make pennies if I'm on a platform. You know, I'm limited on YouTube, Facebook. They've limited my reach. Instagram, I've been banned 3 times. I've had 300K accounts, limited my reach every time. I'm not doing this for the dollar bills. These people on the right and on the left are mainly doing this for the sake of money. The black conservative does it for the attention of the boomer white conservative to get their attention. And the black liberal does it for the niggas in the community to sit back and say, I'm one of you. Vote for me to keep me in power so I can embezzle money, so I can steal money, so I can sit back and do not the job that you're asking me to do, but to empower and enrich myself and enrich my friends. And that's the problem that we're having right now. So that's the path of the house Negro. With the nigga, this is a condition of a culture being built. And I think this comes from mainly the 1990s with the music industry, with a lot of the promoting of this, you know, we need to have these unstable households because there's profit in it by giving these government checks, giving government benefits. Instead of building something of value, we've traded this for building despondency, indolence, just waiting for someone to give us a handout. I think really this comes back to the civil rights movement with the mindset of MLK.
He's not lying about that. People wait for food stamps, EBT, Section 8, you know, WIC. Not all blacks, and not all just black people. They all, you know, a lot of people do it. Just wait to how the Latinos are out here. What's up, Vic? By the way, and he's right on the money, man. He everything he's saying is right on the money. I could not have said it better myself. This dude is 25 years old, and I got to be honest, man. I think he's very genuine from what I'm seeing. I've seen his stuff on YouTube, and he goes in on people, man. And he's again, he says he's not doing it for the money, but you know, everybody wants to get paid. But I completely agree with him about Brandon Tatum. I completely agree with him about the 4 black people and how they got there and what they're doing and the victim mentality and everything. He calls them out, man. He calls them out.
We want to integrate. I don't think we should sit back and push for integration. I think integration was probably the worst thing that we did for the black community. I'm more of the mindset of Malcolm X. Now, Malcolm X being a Muslim and a Marxist, I disagree with that a lot.
So he doesn't like integration with blacks and whites. I disagree with that. I'm not one of those. I agree with him a lot of things he's saying, but for me personally, I think the black culture is lost in this generation. The next 2 generations, we're cooked, bro. Black culture is cooked, in my personal opinion. Just wait until they do the same to the Latino culture down here and beyond. Yes, bro. Absolutely, Vic. Absolutely. You know, I just think it's just a waste of time, man. They're just too embedded in victimhood and free stuff and just the audacity of what they feel like they're owed. And now you got videos now. And I don't even know if I want to show this, man, but they got videos of AI videos of people pissing on the kid's grave, man. These black people, you know, and it's just a damn shame, man. Cham saying. Now this man breaks it down. Let's listen to my man right here, Reverend Jordan Wells. He's a smart guy.
People in the black community are sick. Some of you, the ones that are calling the Metcalfs, and there are people calling them, leaving death threats. There are petitions going around that to have the son arrested. What type of demonic wickedness are we dealing with? What is it? I've never seen anything so satanic and so demonic in my entire life. Just think about, even if you disagree and think that he was innocent, that they lost a relative. These were two teenagers. He was a good kid. Austin Metcalf was a good kid.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm showing you this stuff, and I'm not trying to put fire on the flames, but I got a funny feeling something is coming, man. Black people a lot of these people are very ignorant. And I'm talking about the N-words, okay? Not the house Negroes, not the black people. Now, out of those four, I'm a black person, okay? I'm hardworking. I ain't no house Negro. I ain't dancing and shucking and jiving for nobody. I ain't no Negro, and I ain't no nigger, okay? I mind my business. And I don't do it to please the white man. I do it to please my family and me and God in this country. But I'm showing you this stuff, guys, because as human beings, you're going to have people out here that are going to judge you by their skin color. And you got to keep your head on the swivel out here, man, because there's going to be some black folks, some ignorant black folks that are being led by people like the Amazing Idiot. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Amazing Lucas. This guy is pure evil, man. Willie D, the race hustlers out there. All these dudes get paid off of this stuff. These are N-words to me, by the way. They're all getting paid to keep this stuff going. And we got to be careful, man, because the powers that be, they want a civil war. However way they can get it, whether it's Republican versus Democrats, blacks versus white, Trump supporters versus far leftists, however they can get it, they want it. And this is the new one. And this is catching on because there's a lot of white men out here, man, I'm telling you, that are not playing games with these Negroes, man. They're getting sick and tired of the entitlement. Now they're freaking pissing on the man's grave, on the boy's grave. This kid could have been let off, Carmelo Anthony, but he refused. He refused to take any kind of responsibility. He should be in jail for 99 years. He should never get out. But now the black man that stabbed the white kid in the chest, the black people are sticking up for him and literally pissing on the boy that died's grave. I can't be on the side of these people, man. I just can't.
With a 4.0 GPA, he was a Christian. He went to youth group. He was a good kid. He did not deserve to die. He did not deserve to die. There are people taking pictures and cropping.
Let me show you this one. This guy right here. This is the people I want you to look out for, white people. Listen.
Out of y'all for killing that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all.
He says, I'm proud of you for killing that white boy. This is what he's saying. Okay? This black dude said, I'm proud of y'all for killing that white boy.
Out of y'all for killing that white boy. See, they not used to this shit happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. This is where I'm fucking up. This is where I got a problem with my people. It should happen more. We should make a day like every Thursday or every Wednesday where we just wake up and fuck up a white girl or a white boy. Just pick a little girl, smack the shit out of her. Little boy, smack the shit out of him. Old lady, white, whatever. We should set up a day once a week where we just fuck them up, y'all, until they go back to the mountains.
Now, if you weren't racist before, because I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm not racist and all that. I'm racist. I'm racist against people like this. I couldn't imagine being a white man in America today. I talked about this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. They are awakening a sleeping giant, okay? Where I disagree with Andre Williams earlier, he said it's on both sides. It is on both sides. But this is the Democrat Party doing this, man. You think this guy's a conservative? Of course fucking not. This guy is a fucking Democrat. Liberal, victim, oppressed, and a fucking idiot. This man right here. And this white man that's doing this video is just looking like, wow, No wonder, you know, a white man wants to call this guy an N-word, because he is an N-word talking like this, talking about hitting little black kids, little white kids because of the color of their skin. I never want to talk about stuff like this. Okay. I don't want to talk about this, but it's here. I'm not an ostrich. I'm not going to put my head in the sand, man. We have to be diligent with this stuff, right? Especially my white brothers and sisters out here, because we're all part of the same race, the human race. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You know, none of this is a surprise for me. I expected this. Exactly, Steve. Good to see you, Steve. Yo, Jerry, happy Friday. Glad I caught you live again. Crazy world we live in. Fuck, right. What's up, bro? White Court Barbershop. Good to see you, man. Good to see you again, brother. How are you? Spaceman says, hey, everyone. I don't even want to drum this stuff up, man, but I want you guys to keep your head on a swivel and be careful out here. All right? When you come to my channel, I don't live. Remember that MTV show, The Real World? This is the real world right here. This is where I live at. I don't condone no violence. I don't like it. I hate violence, but don't come fucking with me, man. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what color you are. If you're a grown man and you walk up to a child and hit a child in front of me, I mean, again, man, there's certain things I'm going to go to prison for. Okay. And that is one of them. I will fucking. And this dude right here, a motherfucker like this, if I had a little white girl with me, according to him, and he tried to hit her in front of me, man. So now, normally I walk outside with my slides on, you know, my flip-flops. I ain't doing shit no more. I'm putting my sneakers on. I'm getting my head on a swivel, because I'm telling you, they want something to happen out here. And you have to be fucking careful of idiots like this stupid-ass motherfucker right here.
Yeah, last Saturday we just fucked them up. Oh, this cuz we wake up, we yawn, we brush our teeth, we wash our face, and we go outside and we just fuck them up. First, that's how we gotta start getting our day started. Can we please pick a day where we just fuck them while you up? Just beat their ass, especially the old ones. Just beat their ass, the kids. Just beat their ass. Everybody, get in the comments. Let's set up a day where we're national fuck white people every day. Seriously, we just beat them up. Just walk up to them and beat them. Shit about to change, whether they know it or not. They talking all this shit online, this racist shit, but the reality, they gonna have to get out here with us in a minute. And boy, I can't wait the day we beat the fuck out these crackers. They don't stand a chance. I just can't wait to take these hands. Oh, it's about to be soon. Good job, y'all. I said the day we do that to their kids more. I hope their kids rot in the hell. As a matter of fact, I wish I knew what a little white boy grave was so I can go spit on that bitch. Dig him up, smack him up again, stab him up again, put his ass back in there. That's the day where we just beat their ass, y'all. Let's get him.
Man. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, there is no hope for these people, man. There's no hope for somebody like that. You can't talk to somebody like that, man. When people ask me, "Oh, Jerry, you should be a leader of the black community," I don't want to be a leader of a person like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my dogs don't care about race, gender, or age. They see stranger as danger. Absolutely, bro. Bro, in Idaho, with stand your ground and castle law, this doesn't fly. Everybody out here is packing heat. And Idaho is a pure 100% defensive state. If somebody did some shit like that, they can get blasted. That's right, bro. Stack and Richie. What's up, Stack and Richie? Good morning, Jerry and all. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you, brother. How are you? Anybody dox this guy already? I hope so. I was just thinking the same fucking thing, Vic Shoots. Absolutely incredible, man. This is but more and more black people are waking up. This guy right here, Mr. Willis, he's telling the truth right here. Take a look.
You got black folks. When I say I'm not a part of the culture, this is what I mean. You got black folks now generating AI pictures of them peeing on the grave of Austin Metcalf. And so that's our go-to when we're upset about something. And there is no decorum, common sense, whatever you want to call it. There's none of that. It's just wild behavior. And I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not a part of that. They can take my black card, call me all sorts of names, call me whatever. I'm not a part of this. When you see stuff like this, this is what I mean.
Same thing here, brother. I ain't part of that shit. You want to call me an Uncle Tom, a sellout, a coon, a house Negro, whatever. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. I ain't part of this shit. I would never be part of this bullshit. I don't give a fuck what they call me. The Gambler, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. How are you, sir? Very good to see you. Again, man, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. The AI pictures of black people. There's a new disturbing social media trend of BLM activists posting edited images of themselves urinating on Austin's grave. You can't get much lower than this. Make these pieces of shit scum famous. Pissing in someone's grave is next level hate. Exactly, bro. This is wow, bro. This is getting really ugly, man. This is getting really ugly. And again, I don't want to talk about this bullshit. While video is profitable to encourage that behavior, the good thing is more are waking up. Yes, more smart black people. We need to get more and more black people to stand up. Because my man, like Andre Williams said, there's 4 types of blacks. You got blacks, house Negroes, niggas, and niggers. And those guys are niggers, okay? And it's a shame, man. And I don't want to do too much. Any Ron's reveal on stream that he will be donating. Look at this shit here. Look at this motherfucker. Oh, okay. All right, let's hear Aiden Ross. Okay.
I'm not going to sit at an island doing shit with minors deserves to go to jail. It's just a fact. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what you represent. If you've been to that fucking island, you deserve to go to fucking jail. I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say everyone on that island fucking molested a fucking kid, but if you fucking molested kids, you deserve to go to fucking jail and rot in fucking jail. So, yeah. Bill Clinton, can I ask you a question, though? Allegedly, in my opinion, of course.
Okay, he says Aiden Ross revealed on stream that he will be donating $600K to the family of Austin Metcalf to help the funeral costs. That's who should be raising money, not this piece of shit. Do you realize that Carmelo Anthony's family is making money off their son? They're making money off their son, man. Again, they don't take any responsibility for what they did. None at all. They're not taking any responsibility. And it's just so insane to me, man, these people. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to do a quick stream on here, get on here and touch bases with you guys. Something happened here on strike. St. Roosevelt. Thank you, sir. St. Brosie's in the house. St. Brosie, I appreciate you, man. St. Brosie sent in 613. June 13th. Thank you, St. Brosie. I appreciate that, man. It's the only donation I got tonight. So I appreciate it. But listen, man, be vigilant. Keep your head on a swivel and make sure, guys, you try to get as many people on your side, the good people, and stay away from those bad people. Just stay away from them. There's no reason to be around those people. I fully believe in segregation, man. I segregate myself from evil people, terrorists. That's that black man we just saw, that N-word we just saw. He's a fucking terrorist. Thanks. Have a good night. No doubt, bro. Welcome in, man. SDRSR. Good to see you, brother. Thank you. Come on back with us. Good to see you, man. 1776. Is that Backpacker and Fanny? Thank you. I bought Bitcoin instead of SpaceX today. Me too. Thank you, Backpacker and Fanny. I appreciate that very much. With the 1776 zap. That's a lot of sats. You already gave me 1,000 earlier. So I appreciate that. But for all you do, Jerry, I appreciate that, Backpacker. Thank you, man. But yeah, it's a damn shame, guys, what's going on. But stay vigilant out there, man. I'm serious. Stay vigilant out there. Do your thing. Or something else happened. St. Roosevelt sent in 1776. Thank you, guys. That helps. I appreciate that. Good gamble. Yes. Very good gamble. Thank you, St. Roosevelt and Fanny and Backpacker. I appreciate you guys. Again, this is why we need smaller government and more people. Thanks, Jerry. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you coming in. If you want to learn more about some Bitcoin, man, go to my channel, and I got some videos for you, my friend. I got a bunch of videos. I got over 1,600 videos on my channel, bro. If you want to learn more about Bitcoin, click on the playlist and then go to Satoshi Saturday right here. Tomorrow is Saturday. I got 121 Satoshi Saturday videos over there, bro. So check them out if you want to learn more about some Bitcoin. St. Brosville, thank you for all you do. We love you. Absolutely, St. Brosy. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And listen, man, at the end of the day, we got to stick together. And they say America is united. I don't know about that. But we can unite with the good people. All right. Keep the bad away, bring the good people in. But it's all about your energy. And it's all about, again, staying diligent, keeping your head on a swivel, and always being the best version you can of yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, guys, I think we're headed towards some dark times because of some dark people up at the top with the puppet strings that are trying to bring us down. They are dividing us, but they will not conquer us. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. And until then, and as you guys know, I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.